Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the achiever in you. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, plenty of us donate used clothing and goods to charity, but how do you know it's doing the good you intended? We'll find out. And better managing a business's cash resources. Now, yes, there's an app for that. But first, how the new shale gas resources in our region and across the country are helping to engineer a manufacturing comeback across the United States, and what that means for our economy here in our region, and especially for young people and others looking for great career opportunities. Jerry MacCleary is President and CEO of Bayer MaterialScience, which is based right here in our region. Welcome, good to see you again.
Thank you. Good to be here.
Yeah, this is really a story. I think people around here are beginning to get it. You certainly see it more and more in the business press. What a real revolution is beginning to happen across America because of all these new energy resources.
It's a very positive outcome so far. And you know, our country has really lost a lot of ground in the manufacturing sector over the last decade. And this lost competitiveness really drove investments from global international companies to other regions of the world. And the long-term plan for the U.S. wasn't very positive, especially for the chemical industry. However, the tide has turned. This energy boom has really made, once again, the U.S. very competitive. This shale gas, the low cost of energy, has changed the game. And what you're seeing now, you're going to see major investments back in the United States. And this competitiveness is not just short-term. Our expectations right now that we have at least 20 years advantage of any other region in the world. And this major cost advantage is for manufacturing, the chemical industry, where you really energy-intensive manufacturing processes. This is a large advantage. So we want to take advantage of that.
Yeah, I would think on chemical industry too, you get it on both sides, right? Because you have the cost of energy, but then you also use what comes out of the ground as a feedstock.
We use it as a raw material and also as an energy source. So yeah, this is a major advantage. And every $1 per million BTU difference is a major impact. You start getting a $6, $7 difference per the region. You're talking about building enough money difference in world-scale plants.
Wow, and this was a case where in the chemical industry especially, there was no capital investment happening pretty much in the United States.
No,
before all this,
you know,
right?
you look back 5 to 7 years ago, you never thought that this would change this quickly. And really the planning for our investments was all mostly in China. So you saw most investments, capital investments, new plants going in with the new technology, and also you saw offshoring and manufacturing with our downstream customers. And this has really changed. Today, ACC, American Chemistry Council, they published an article that there's over 140 new projects for production increasing capacity. And this relates to over $100 billion in investments here in the United States. Now, that's the good news. So you're seeing that you're seeing the reinvestment back into the United States, mainly driven, the key driver is the low cost of energy. And this difference is good for us, but it also gives us some challenges.
Well, and among those challenges, I would think, is people. Nobody was thinking there were great careers in manufacturing coming, right?
Yeah, the challenge we have with this great opportunity is that right now they're looking at by end of the decade, 2020, there's going to be a requirement of at least 5 million new jobs in the manufacturing sector plus the associated service groups.
5 million new jobs?
5 million new jobs. And this is all in the chemical industry. This is nationwide.
Just in the chemical manufacturing, 5 million more people.
With all these investments, yes.
And that doesn't even add in all the folks who are in your existing workforce who are getting a little more gray hair and a little more long in the tooth, right?
This is the other challenge we have. The baby boomers, they're getting to that age now they want to retire. In the next 7 to 10 years, we see that about 38% of our organization will be retiring. So just to stay even, we have to look at how do we replace those, because those are the people that have the experience, the knowledge, and we need people to transfer the knowledge transfer into our new workforce. So this challenge, plus the emerging market and the demand that's on for STEM-educated workers, we have a major gap right now to fill.
And we're not talking about just chemical engineers, though. You need, what, technically skilled people who can do a variety of jobs.
Right. We look at STEM fields, which is really critical, and that's science, technology, engineering, and math. And we think that's a great foundation for all of our functions in our fields. We need chemical engineers, we need chemists, PhDs, and we see them fitting in the manufacturing, process engineering. We see them in our labs and our application development areas. But that's also a good foundation for sales, marketing, and business in general. And they have that good criteria and those skill sets that can also develop further into good business general managers.
So no matter what you want to do, having at least some familiarity and comfort level with science and math, maybe a little bit of computer skills, is probably a good basis to get.
It's a great area, and it's something that if you look back and we talked to our kids 7 to 10 years ago, we said don't go in the chemical industry, don't worry about engineering, we don't see a bright future for that. Well, that's changed, and we are wrong. So now we have to attract the people back into these fields, and it's going to be pretty important because right now there's a large gap. And just in today, there's over 600,000 jobs in the United States looking for, chemical engineers, and so forth in the whole advanced manufacturing sector.
So 600,000 open jobs right now across the country in manufacturing. Well, I know, imagine Pittsburgh.com, I think it's about 25,000 open jobs right now, and a lot of them in these same sort of STEM-related skills. When you look ahead at this kind of capital investment you're looking at in the chemical industry and manufacturing in general, do you think we're going to see that here in our region as well? Oh,
absolutely. This is, we see most of it right now done in the Gulf Coast, and that's where a lot of our chemical plants are. But we do have plants here in the West Virginia area, Ohio area. And of course, we need also support groups. We need the professional area that we need engineers here in the Pittsburgh. So one is we're hiring. We are hiring. We're out there. In the next 10 years, we'll be hiring at least 400 people in the next 7 to 10 years. Just on a Pittsburgh campus. That's to stay even with our headcount.
And that's the corporate engineering and support and R&D people type people.
That's all here right now, correct.
Wow.
Right. So yeah, it's a demand we have, and we have this gap, and how we fill that. And we're not alone, and that's the big challenge. That most of the industry right now is looking for the same type of talent, and that is the challenge. How do we attract and get the talent, and of course, how do we retain the talent in the future?
Yeah, you want to get out of the cycle of just poaching each other. Somehow you got to come up with a pipeline of new people. Right?
And that's what we're doing, because just to rotate our people around different companies is not solving the problem right now.
Yeah, well, Jerry MacCleary, fascinating challenge, but also a pretty terrific opportunity for our region going forward.
It's a great opportunity for the Pittsburgh region. It's a great opportunity for our country right now. So.
All right, Jerry MacCleary from Bayer MaterialScience. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Well, thank you.
And next up, before you put used clothing in a charity bin, be sure it's doing the good you intended. Stay with us.